Welcome to this presentation from the XDMoD team. My name is Andrew Stoltman from the University of Buffalo Center for Computational Research. Today we will go over a specific use case for research computing facilitators and campus champions. We will cover how to learn more about institutional usage using the Usage tab in the XDMoD web portal. In this presentation, we will cover two different metrics. The data provided are from jobs ran on ACCESS allocated compute resources. The first metric we'll look at will be the total number of CPU hours consumed at my institution. We will view this group by field of science and then drill into a specific field of science looking at project usage. The second metric we'll look at will be the total number of ACCESS credit equivalents consumed. This will be grouped by compute resource, and from there, we'll drill into a specific resource looking at institutional usage. Then we'll filter by a different institution and drill further looking into PI usage for that institution. Looking at the XDMoD web portal, we can see at the top left of the screen that I'm already logged in for this presentation. From the tab selection below that, we can also see that I'm within the Usage tab. This tab has a few sections. Just below the tab selection, we have the top toolbar. The top toolbar allows you to adjust the time frame and the granularity of the data, also providing options to customize the chart and export. Below that, we have the Quick Filters dropdown. Quick Filters provide a global filter on the data provided. If we click the dropdown, we can see that we have a quick filter for user, institution, and service provider. The reason that the user institution is pre-applied for me is because I am the community user. Most likely for you, this quick filter will be on your user, therefore meaning that you would see only information or only usage pertaining to your jobs ran on ACCESS allocated resources. If I wanted to remove this user institution filter, I could click here, and now I'm viewing usage across all institutions. For the first metric, we want to view my institution, so I will put that quick filter back on. Below this, we can see more options to customize the chart title, legend location, and font size. And then below that, we have the chart selection tree. The chart selection tree has the available data realms. Data realms provide the type of data available. For example, the jobs realm provides data ran on jobs for cyber infrastructure resources. Whereas the cloud realm, if I scroll down, provides data from cyber infrastructure cloud resources. Each data realm is composed of dimensions that provide common groupings among the data. If we scroll to the top, we can see that by default, CPU hours total for the summary dimension is loaded. Summary nodes do not provide any common grouping on the data. And so we can see here that by default, CPU hours total for my institution is presented on a time series view for the previous month. And we can see that on the top left. And that is provided by default. Now, the first metric we want to view is CPU hours total. However, we want to view that for a different grouping. We want to group by field of science. Therefore, we can collapse this and look for the dimension we want, which is jobs by field of science. If we open this, we can see all the available statistics for this dimension. And we want to view CPU hours total. Clicking here, we can see on the chart viewer on the right that this is updated. And now we're viewing the CPU hours total by field of science for my institution. And this is over the previous month. I can adjust this by clicking the drop down on the duration, and maybe, for example, could view the previous year. And another difference with this is that instead of the time series view, we have an aggregate view of the data when we selected the group by, denoted by the categorical options. And so here we could see for the past year an aggregate view of the CPU hours total by fields of science at my institution. And we can see that the leading field of science is artificial intelligence and intelligence systems, and that the top 5 fields of science practically make up all of the usage. Now, if I wanted to, I could click on an individual field and see that I could drill into, for example, computer science and look at more specific information. Now, if I want to look at project information, I can drill into allocation and see the different allocations for my institution. It ran in the computer science field for the past year. And these are now broken down by this allocation, these allocations, and we can see that the top entry dominates the usage. From here, I can see that at the beginning we have a identifier for the project. We could use this on the ACCESS allocations page, which I have open in the other tab. If you go to allocations.access-ci.org, you'll be brought to their homepage where you can go to the ACCESS Impact dropdown and look at current projects. This provides us a list of all the current ACCESS projects, and you see that we can put a request number in. If we go back to XDMoD, we can utilize this identifier in the request number. And so therefore, when I look up this project, I can learn more about the PI and various other project information. Going back to the XDMoD web portal, now let's view the second metric we will cover, which is the total number of ACCESS credit equivalents consumed. Let's collapse jobs by field of science, and this metric we want to view group by resources. So therefore, let's try to find the dimension that we want, and that will be jobs by resource. Expanding this, we can look for our statistic, which is ACCESS credit equivalence charge total. Clicking this will now update the chart viewer with ACCESS credit equivalence charge total by resource at my institution over the past year. Now for this, up to this point, we've been looking at just my institution. If I wanted to view outside of that, as mentioned, I can remove this filter. Now I have, for the past year, the ACCESS credit equivalence charge by resource across all institutions. And I could click on a specific resource, such as Tax Stampede 3, which has the most amount of credits charged. And because I know I want to look at PI information, I want to drill down by PI institution. Because if I drill down by user institution, I'll get non-PI information additionally. So let's drill down by PI institution. And now we're viewing ACCESS credit equivalence charged in total by different institutions that have a PI with an ACCESS allocation. And this is for specifically Tax Stampede 3. And so if I wanted to filter now to just a single institution, I can do so by going to the top toolbar and use the filter functionality. Here I can search and say I wanted to search for the second entry UI UC. I can search for that, click the checkbox, and press OK. Now I'm viewing for the past year the ACCESS credit equivalence charged total by PI institution for specifically UI UC, which has ran on Tax Stampede 3. Now I could click on this institution and drill into the different PI usage for Tax Stampede 3 at this institution. And we can see here that we have the ACCESS credit equivalence charge for Tax Stampede 3 for this institution's PIs. And this is again the aggregate view. But if I wanted to see the usage over time, I could utilize the display dropdown and select the time series option at the top. Now I also have different options for customizing the chart, but for now let's just look at the time series. And now we can see the same information, but on a time series view. And we see consistent heavy usage from this PI in the months of May, June, July, and August. And if we wanted to see a more fine-grained view of that data, we can utilize the duration preset dropdown and go down to the aggregation unit selection. Now, XDMoD will automatically provide the best fit aggregation depending on the time frame. Here we can see that it's set to monthly bins. But if we set it to day, we get a more fine-grained view of the data. And we can see that this spike of usage is primarily within the whole month of May and half of June. And then we see a massive spike leading towards the end of July in 2025. Now from here, I could take this chart and utilize it elsewhere by different options at the top toolbar. We can export the chart through various formats. We can print or make this chart available for report through the XDMoD report generator. For this example, let's use the export button. Now we can see a new menu has appeared, and we could select a drop-down for the different formats available. We could choose from different image formats such as PNG and SVG, document export through PDF, and data export through CSV and XML. Let's do document export. Now we can keep the chart title, and let's keep the default dimensions and font size. Now we can export this chart and use it elsewhere. Today we went over how to utilize the usage tab in the XDMoD web portal to find more information about usage at my institution and others. We would like to thank our sponsors and thank you for watching this presentation.